No. If you get a nine, everything has to be nine. So this is excellent. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so
Hello.
congratulations on your being eight for your IELTS test, and especially your being nine for your speaking. So this is a
Thank
really
you.
remarkable achievement. So this is the first time that I have a student who got like nine for her speaking test, and I'm so proud of you. I know. So can you
Thank
share with
you.
me like how did you do that? Like compare between your performance like on a daily basis and with your performance during the test. Can you see the difference? And how did you get that high score?
I think the main difference between my performance during the class and during my exam was that my feelings, my emotions. Of course, during the class we have preparation, we have time for preparation, and I think that the vocabulary, the grammar, and whatsoever are the elements that you've gathered throughout the history of studying. But when you come to the actual IELTS exam, you'll be scared. I mean, that's so obvious. You'll be so nervous, especially this is my first time taking an IELTS exam. I got so nervous and I kind of like talking gibberish, and I had a lot of self correction, but I think it doesn't matter after all.
Okay. So basically, like during the test, you think that you have already like answered the question very effectively, or can you tell me about like the content? What do you think about the content of your that you deliver? So like when
Well,
you look back, you think that like your high score is based on your pronunciation and things, or based on the content you delivered?
I think it doesn't like really important about the content that you delivered, because the questions in the IELTS exams are very general. Those are general topics that there are topics that you may don't have any knowledge about at all, but you can always tell the examiners that I don't have much knowledge about this industry or something. And if I mean, fortunately, my examiner was kind enough to gave me illustrations so I can deliver my answers better.
So can you produce for me like an example, like a question and an example of how you answer the question?
Sure. He asked me about, um, do you think uh, do you think the average income of nowadays actors or actresses are expensive or high? So I told him that I didn't take an avid interest in this filmmaking industry at all, so I don't really know what is the average income of the actress. And then he gave me an illustration about Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, he participated in this action movie, and he got like $160 million or something. So, do you think that is a high income or low income?
Is that and then based on that example? So how did you answer that? So I'm very curious about performances. Yeah. So how did you answer that after he gave you like an
Well,
illustration?
well, to be honest, I didn't really remember, but I think it kind of answers something similar to there may be actions movies that require the actors or actresses to participate in very dangerous movements. And as I've mentioned before in the previous question, that delivering emotions and the right feelings based on the story plot is not a very easy work to do.
Okay. I think that your pronunciation is like perfect. Perfect. I think pronunciation, your pronunciation has to be really nice. Your fluency, nice possible. Your vocabulary and your accuracy. Maybe your accuracy can get to be an eight. No. If you get a nine, everything has to be nine. So this is excellent. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so that is for your speaking. So about for your writing. So can you share with me like how have you improved your writing?
Um, Well, at first, I have to admit that I sucked at writing, although I love getting involved into like reading activities. I love writing diaries and everything related to that. But I've never really joined in like such an academic writing like IELTS writing. So I have difficulties in forming the flow of ideas. I think that's what people call the flow of ideas. At first, I thought that if the topic asks you to mention the reasons why this happened, I have to mention at least 2 or 3 reasons. But now I understand that you only have to mention one or maybe 2, but you have to like really carefully
Develop.
analyze, develop your ideas.
Okay, so basically, so can you tell me about the performance during the writing test? So did you do very well? And yeah, can you share me about that?
Well, okay, to be honest, I didn't do well during the IELTS writing exam because the test two required each of us to write at least 250 words. But I didn't think that I've achieved that because of the time consuming. I have trouble with time management. So I didn't do well. I only wrote like 1 paragraph or something.
One paragraph.
But yeah, 1 paragraph, 1 body paragraph. But the main point is I try to carefully analyze the reason I performed during the task, and I
Kind of like you complete the introduction, the body part, one body part, and the conclusion,
okay,
right?
yeah, and I've learned this strategy from IBP that if you are like computer based, you can write the introduction
Intro.
and then the conclusion.
Before.
Those yes, before you complete your 2 body paragraphs. That's
That's very important. So that's, I think, without that strategy, you couldn't have achieved like 6.5 your writing, because like
yes, true.
completion is very important. Okay, so how about your reading? So you share with me that you face problems with your focus and your attention, right? So but you did a really good job on your reading. You got around like an 8 for your reading. That is a big improvement. So can you share with me about that?
So about reading, as I've mentioned before, I have like huge struggle with concentrating. Me and concentrating, we don't have like a good relationship at all. But well, at first, before I joined IPP, I went to study for or mini IELTS to like try to
do some practice, right?
The mock test, yes, did some practice, but I only got a range from band 5 to 6.5, I think. But after I joined IPP, and especially after I joined a class with Anka, he told me to highlight the keywords and to be aware of what you're going to read through the passage, because there are 3 passages and they're very, very long and you cannot finish them all in like within an hour or something like that. You have to be aware of what you're going to read and the highlights of the keywords, and that's very important. That's what got me a band 8
for reading, from 5.5 to 8. So that's really impressive achievement. Okay, so thanks a lot, Khánh ơi. I hope that with this band 8 for your IELTS, you would have a really bright future ahead. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.